people who use these different open source libraries, they make up such completely different uh, segments of the user base. Like people who use Relay, they tend to work with large companies that have big data issues to solve. People who work with React Native tend to come from mobile development backgrounds, and of course, React is the big dog in the room, which currently is like the JavaScript user interface library of choice today. Although I think jQuery still outcompetes it for most JavaScript code on the internet. But the React community itself is a whole nother story. It's surprisingly, like, this React didn't really have any, developer advocates or, marketing budget or anything like that. It completely sprang forth from a little skunkworks project at Meta. And then the community got hold of it and ran with it. And that goes out to, people teaching React, because, it came out on the scene and there were a lot of alternatives at the time and still are. Vue is another JavaScript user interface library that you could use if you wanted, with a similar story, completely, sprang forth from a community endeavor. React does have a corporate sponsor in that, it's got Meta backing it, but it doesn't have like a fleet of developer advocates building features or, holding meetups around the world to teach the world how to think in React. The community does all of that. All we can do is provide them with the right educational materials to teach them how to do, how to think in React correctly, and make sure that our second source of truth, the documentation, is up to date and reflects the current state of the library. But for the most part, it's the React community that has spurred React on this long and amazing trip to where it is today.